What's up, Internet? My name is Jake Doxy, and welcome back to another episode of the Doxcast. I'm not going to lie, filming an intro is actually really fucking hard. After countless amount of efforts, I've realised this is probably the best we're going to get, so I'm not going to waste any more of my time, and for the length of the intro, I'm not going to waste any more of your time either. So without further ado, let's get straight into the episode.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stunt. Living lively, everybody.
Alright, before we start, I do need to say something to you that I do say to everyone that comes on, but I would not be saying it if it wasn't true. You're sitting here because I find you interesting, and that's because you are an interesting person. I want to learn more about you, how you think, and how you feel, and I love that I have the opportunity to be able to share this experience. So I really appreciate you coming over. Thank you for sitting down. Ladies and gentlemen, the man sitting before me is a true example of hard work pays off. He's an inspiration to me that if I dedicate my mind to something, I will achieve it. This is the man cub from Stone, Luke Sessions.
What an intro. Pleasure to be here.
I had to give you that intro. Right?
That's a pretty lit intro.
Yeah. I was thinking about it on the way to the server. I'm like, this guy needs something good, bro. He's inspired me lately.
He's got halfway there from your wedding, so
Hey.
you're only up from here, I guess. You're going to be practicing for a bit.
Yeah, boy. I need to get talking about that too. That's something exciting that's happened recently.
yeah.
You've had an exciting year, bro.
Yeah.
You have had an exciting year.
Nothing in halves.
Nothing, bro.
Yeah.
But we'll start with the basics first. Let all the boys know. So, Luke Sessions, what do you do for work?
So I'm a construction project manager. Sort of worked my way up pretty quick, I would say, in the field.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been a project manager for becoming up 3 years in December.
Oh, since you've been finished your course?
Since I've been a project coordinator.
Wow.
And officially being a PM, 3 years in December.
Wow.
So time goes quick.
Well, that is quick.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm actually almost on long service leave. I've almost done 10 years.
Really?
How crazy is that? Yeah, I'm 24. I started it when I just finished being 15. Towards the end of 15.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Right.
How crazy is that?
You're like, what?
Time flies.
5 years more than me.
Yeah. Well, I left school before you turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
It's
I
crazy.
say experience over a piece of paper, but so you're winning in that nasty.
Yeah, okay. You've got to compare.
Yeah.
You've got to compare cock sizes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sick. So you've been now doing it for 3 years. How'd you get into it in the first place?
So I sort of didn't know what I wanted to do leaving school. I sort of looked at it as in a way of, do I want to do something all inside or half inside, half outside? And I did in year 10 and younger. I looked up to my uncle and wanted to be an accountant because I was good at math.
Mm-hmm. I like math. That's not too bad.
And to be frank, I did a one of those a week trials.
Oh yeah.
For school. And nah, I can't sit inside doing that all day. That would be nuts.
It'd be daunting, eh?
Yeah. Like, well, and like you have your TV shows, or whatever. When you get home, I've been fucking looking at a screen all day. I'm not doing that. So you wouldn't watch TV, I'm sure. But yeah, so I picked something half inside, half outside. Did project management because you go to sites and whatever, and then you go back into the office.
Mm-hmm.
So it breaks your day up and it goes quick. So that's pretty much how I picked it.
That's a good idea.
It is a great course not generally a course. There's different ways, but it's a great way to go to have a wide variety of jobs you can go into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's a mad idea. I didn't know you thought about it like that in depth. Like I needed to do a job half indoor, half outdoor.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Well, it's a good way. Like I did bits and pieces of building. I didn't even do woodwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
doesn't mean I don't know what I know now, but I wasn't interested in construction. It's just it sort of fits my personality. So
fucking perfectly.
Yeah.
And now you're a fucking big fan of construction, mate.
Yeah. Now now I can I can't look into a secondhand house to buy. And go, I like it. Yeah. I just look around and go, oh shit.
Yeah,
I do this, and this, and then by the time I walk out, may as well knock it down.
Yeah, that's cool. How much studying and stuff did it take?
Oh, I did. It's 4-year course, but I did it over 5. I did on my second year, I did a bit slow, and then I finished full pelt just to get rid of it.
And it's like an option thing. You have the choice of taking it
how
slow.
fast you do it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I worked full time after the first year
Mm-hmm.
and did that at the same time. I finished the last year to get it done. I did 9 subjects in a year,
Wow.
and I finished the last. So I did 2 in summer, 4 in semester 1, and then 3, and then graduated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I could have done 10 if I had another subject.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that was full on, but don't go to any lectures or nothing.
Don't go.
No, didn't even listen to the lectures.
Yeah.
University, in my opinion, after the first year, was whack.
Oh,
I
really?
don't even go. I go, here's the assignment. Maybe I might read it,
Yeah.
and then I'm doing the test.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow. And did you not go for a reason? Like, were you just like, it's boring or I'm wasting my time? Like,
wasting? There was a stage where before the crossover of me just not going at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's some mandatory subjects, so I got them all done, and especially it helped out. It's like I'll get all the hard subjects done during and I'll do the tests from home,
yeah, nice.
which are mad. But Western Sydney University is crazy because kids literally have the answers before. And I do not know how they get them. Now, it's certain races that have them, not to be discriminatory, but they literally have the answers. And you can request them and, chat, and it's always the same people
Wow.
with legitimate answers, even if they're brand new.
Really? So it's
Which
like
is
a,
nuts.
it's like a, like, you know, when you get an entitlement, like a benefit for being a certain ethnicity. Is that what you're saying?
No. I don't know if they have, if they pay off a teacher or whatever, but literal answers.
Wow. Damn.
So if you had the right friend group,
Yeah.
you would have...
You have to tell me off camera why don't you start hanging out with
Oh,
me?
mate, I think, there was a few that I had, just the answers.
Wow.
But you never know for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't use it for all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta sort of read it and you go, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if it's not, if it's common throughout, then they're fucking wrong.
So, do you think it was beneficial going through and doing your course the way you did it? Because I know there's other options. You got TAFE and work experience, and you also got uni. Would you think your way was most beneficial?
Yeah. So with the way I've done my course is once I've finished, if I work with a builder for 2 years, I can get a builder's license.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through TAFE and then do a Cert 4. It's not as highly regarded.
Mm-hmm.
But experience is experience. It depends what type of companies you want to get into. A tier 1, tier 2 would really like you to have a uni degree.
Yeah.
But you'll get slogged 6 days a week.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed 6 days a week. Saturday, you're working in your salary.
Yeah.
It's not OT.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a rough part about salary, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of people just don't factor in. They go, I'm going to pay, say, 180K.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas my bloke on, say, 120, 140, 5 days.
Yeah, what a better
If you think about the OT, that if he worked a Saturday, what that equates to, they're pretty much on the same.
Yeah, plus you'd be obviously having to stay back after work.
And,
for the week.
better quality of life and all that sort of stuff. So,
Yeah.
you got plus and minuses, but at the end of the day, going the TAFE way would be cheaper, and depends which way you want to go. If you're high rise and whatever, then you maybe just go through uni. But yeah,
I like that. Sounds like it was the best way to do it, going through university, because there's nothing better than a piece of paper that tells exactly who you are.
yeah, a piece of paper for me, I just flick it off because it didn't teach me anything. I did real life experience taught me everything, so that's why I didn't do the lectures. I knew the answers. And I'd be calling teachers out saying, well, that's useless. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you trying to, what doesn't even mean anything?
Yeah.
They're just reading off a textbook and it doesn't work.
Well, I know exactly how that feels because I did my apprenticeship and then I'd never even got my license. I've never had a single license at all. And then this new company I'm with now, they're like, do you have all these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends where you are.
Of course I have these. What do you mean? I'm a tradesman.
Yeah.
So I had to recently go buy more. I spent $2,000 on licenses last week. Fuck, it's annoying.
Oh,
Like,
inflation is
what a
real.
Waste. What a waste of money a license
Spending
is.
all sorts of money on stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unbelievable how much it costs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, bro. Because it's just a waste of money, a license. You know, it's like, fuck me.
Yeah.
I think it was like $1,000 just for a contractor's license, only for a couple years.
1,000. Yeah.
$1,000 just for that one. Finally got my full license. Fuck me. 24 years old, not driving on my P's anymore. So
I didn't
happy.
did you even have the P plates on?
Oh, yeah, I did. I have had them on for like a few months now because I fucking got pulled over again.
Because I swear I've never seen those P plates. I swear you're on your blacks fucking years ago.
I have them on every now and then for like a month or two, and then they fly off too many times. I'm like, fuck this. I'm 24.
Yeah. Hey, look at me, I've got facial, we'll be alright.
Yeah, that's cool. So just before we finish, I want to talk about your work a little bit more, and then I want to move on. So what do you have to do like on a day-to-day basis? I know that you go from site to site, and you're kind of in control of making sure that job gets finished in the budget and up to standard.
Yeah, so there's, managing a job would be, you're talking budget, you're talking schedule, talking the contractual side of things.
And like when do you first get introduced to a new client? Is there already all the trades that have been tenanted out and everyone's already been chosen, or is that part of your process?
There's different processes of doing it. Some people like to like a BOQ and have assigned rates. So they for residential housing, for example, you would have set rates per square meter that people work off, right? So you got to consistently update, and that's why people are going bust.
Okay.
I know a secret of who's going bust.
Oh, really? Off camera, over. Let me know
And
that.
it'll be released shortly.
Yeah.
Metricon.
Oh, really?
Fucking big whopper.
Wow.
No, I'm sure it'll be on the fucking news. It'll be on the news. A bunch of people got let go
Really?
last week.
That's a big mob. It's a big
Fucking
mob.
big mob.
A couple big mobs went bust through that. Some big ones, like the ones that were building the IMAX theaters and things.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So,
That thing's dirty as it's next to the road. We
Yeah.
drove past it today. Like, that thing's filthy.
I don't even know if they're still constructing on it. Maybe a new.
Well,
mob
it's
taken
pretty much
over.
done.
Oh yeah.
Someone picked it up.
Mhm.
I think it was you wouldn't know. There's like Roberts and Co or something.
Yeah.
They're big too, but no, it's not a big name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how companies can do that. So you reckon that's from what were you saying? That's from like having a set price that everyone's trying to meet?
Yeah. So that's a set price. So that's how the project builders do it cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
They go, you do it for this, and because there's so much work, people go lower and say, okay, and obviously the quality's not as good.
Mm-hmm.
People go, that's a set price. You either do it or you don't, or someone else does it. Whereas we have our
I reckon
we have
everyone.
rates too,
Yeah.
but it's for quality.
I reckon everyone just needs to get their feet together and just say we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it for that price.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's
how you-
always
that's how
going
you
up,
tumble the whole
and that's how
industry.
they've been caught because they've done these fixed prices. Submission through DA or certified takes longer. So now say it takes 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
They priced it before it started. It's at 1 year later because all the delays and shutdowns, at least 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And they're paying 30% more by the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if they're doing mass, they're doing over like 200 homes at a time.
Well.
So 30% over 200. Gone.
You just drop the contract. I just dropped the contract.
Yeah.
100%. Do you ever suffer from this problem in your work scene? Because I know that on big projects, some big companies, they'll hire like someone from inside a bikie club to look after their team, their company, because bikies go into the big jobs and they say, listen, we're going to be doing your plumbing. There's no questions about it. So get rid of your plumbers. Our contractor is going to be doing that. And they obviously use them to launder some of their money and things like that.
Yeah.
And concreters, scaffies, all these other trades. Is that at a higher end of jobs than what your company's trying to tackle?
It would be. Sounds like some Soprano shit. Like.
Yeah, because I'd be curious to hear some stories.
No, I haven't come across a bike who says I'm doing your job yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because
That's a
that's
bonus.
why they actually, most big building companies, they'll keep one employed. So when the day comes, that man will step forward and say, listen, I look after this mob, you're going to have to go find another company.
From what I understand, they're generally like safe work.
Mm-hmm. Because I've even done a couple on refrigeration jobs that people have stepped in and said things like that.
Sorry, not safe work. The unions.
Okay.
Yeah, that shut down.
Yeah. It is mostly legitimised through unions and making.
I don't understand how that side of things work, but
yeah,
that's what I've been.
told. Well, that's what they do. They kind of because most unions are actually ran by bikies. Most of them are because they have push and
shove. How it works and how they make money, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, everyone has to pay into the union. Everyone on that site has to pay into.
That's right. I think they charge big money too.
Yeah.
The big sites they charge big money.
Yeah. And even small companies have unions, and you do pay into them. Like say, I won't say names of companies, but I know people who have been part of unions, and you have a fee you have to pay every year, and then they look after you. And then they just have control over that whole company. The company loses control. Most companies, when a union steps up, they shut the door. That's what they should do.
Yeah,
that's what they should do.
If that gets involved, then they just say no.
They may as well cut it early because that's what's going to happen later anyway.
Dragged into it.
Yeah. All right, we'll steer away from work for now. And I want to talk to you about training because you've always been a mad inspiration for me when it comes to the gym. You've had a great fucking progression over the years. Looks like now you're on a little bit of a bulk, to be honest.
Oh, look, like if you call it a bulk, I call it getting fat. But it's trying to get back into the gym, and so I've you've got to write things down because otherwise you don't hold yourself to it. So me and my missus, this is a plan that I wrote like 2 years ago, and it was just on a big A3 piece of paper. I said, "Oh fuck it, I'll just do that one." It's a keto diet. And I've tweaked it a little bit. So there's like
I don't even know what a keto diet really is.
So keto is pretty much low to no carbs, high fats, natural fats, mono and poly and mons, and high protein, right? So and then pretty much all my only carbs would be broccoli, beans. And what I'm now doing...
They're your carbs?
They're my carbs.
What?
Now, what I'm now doing, instead of broccoli, Instagram stories have taught me that the broccoli sprouts, the ones that look like bean shoots,
yeah.
10 times more
Really?
nutrition. So if I have 100 grams of broccoli, I can have 10 grams of fucking bean sprouts.
Wow.
Broccoli sprouts. So I'm having like 20 or 30. So I get more nutrition for less.
Yeah. That's cool. And then, like, how do you have a certain amount of protein? You can't eat more than say 250 grams, 500 grams.
Yeah, so it's actually a lot of meat once you cook it down. But I've pretty much have it. I won't not exact numbers, but it's like an omelette at the start of the day. So I'm starting at the gym, wake up at 4:30 a.m.
Nice.
Now.
Good effort.
Get there at 5:36. 5:30.
Yeah.
And then start work at 7:30. So I'll eat breakfast 5. Post-workout shake 7. And then I'll have tuna, avocado, and oil 9. And then I'll have... it can be any sort of meat, but chicken, broccoli or broccoli sprouts or whatever, and 20 grams of peanut butter, natural.
Oh, yeah.
Butter.
Oh, I forgot about the natural
It's
peanut
good
butter.
stuff. It's not the powder stuff, it's the mixed. So it's got like natural peanut butter fibre. So that, and it's pretty much like a healthy satay chicken, which you can eat.
Yeah.
And then another one of those. And then at 5, and then at 8, another omelette. And then bed.
So you bed by what time? If you're getting up at 4:30, what time?
Bed should be like 8:30 at the latest, really.
Ah.
Wake up at 4:30, that's your 8 hours.
Well.
I can't do any less.
Yeah. Is that about that's important for a keto diet? Lots of sleep.
Yeah. And then specifics, big thing I preach on is vitamin D3, which is vitamin D.
Yeah, the sun, yeah.
Because you're not outside as much. You need that. Fish oil, primrose oil. You can do a multivitamin. And then boron. Meant to be for natural testosterone.
I've never even
6
heard of
tablets a
boron.
day for natural testosterone.
Oh yeah.
That's what, some fad,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
or it
yeah.
could be legit.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it does a difference.
I've never even heard of boron. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have, I've been having apple cider, just a tablet of that.
Mm-hmm.
So morning and night.
That's good for like flushing your body out, isn't it?
Yeah, all sorts.
It's like a big antioxidant thing.
Joints, immune system, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. It's obviously first time trying a diet like this, isn't it? A keto diet.
So I've done one that is, I don't know if it was keto. It would have been close. It was me experimenting, and it worked to about 8% body fat, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what you got down to 8.
Yeah, but my metabolism was so fast. I remember this vividly.
Mm-hmm.
So my metabolism got so fast, I was sitting down on site, took out my tuna, avocado, and oil meal, because I just added oil to it, because it mixed well, and to have more fat. As I was eating it, I was sweating. So I started eating this, and 30 seconds in, it's already burning the shit. It's burning the shit, right?
Yeah.
I start fucking sweating. I'm like, wiping my eyebrows. It's not even that hot.
Yeah.
I just instantly start burning,
Well.
sweating on my face.
Well.
And I was like, holy shit.
Bro, I remember when I was training and my metabolism was so quick as well. I'll be eating like broccoli with my sweet potato and fish or chicken.
Yeah.
25 minutes max later, I'm shitting out literal broccoli like flakes in the toilet. It's just got heaps of little broccoli things floating in there. And I've just eaten it. It's just come straight out.
Yeah. I remember hopping in the car with Dox. Dox has just got this bowl of oats, fucking passion fruit. And then he's just buying full chickens. Just full oh, what's for lunch? Oh, I was going to buy a full chicken.
Yeah. Bro, you're notorious for that too. Whenever we went to Frango's.
Oh.
Yeah, we all got a burger. You got a whole chicken and a family chips. The thing was like a kilo.
Look,
and you ate it
I
in
was
one go.
eating properly for a long time, and if I wanted to put something away, I put it away.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was weighing at the time. I must be 90 or something.
Yeah.
But I put away a full charcoal chicken and a family Frango's chips. Like ordering it separate, mind you, so it's big. It's in like some thing like that.
It's like a kilo, bro. It's like a massive.
I was full, but I finished it.
Yeah.
It was, I was impressed too.
That was a good effort.
Yeah.
That was a good effort. So, with training, we did train together, me, you, and Zibbo, for a long time. It was so good. So good.
Yeah.
And then we were all kind of bulking at that period. I
Yeah.
don't remember you ever doing cut when we were all training together. I don't remember.
No, not a proper cut.
So then, once I stopped training and I started doing more fighting, you went to do competitions.
Yeah.
And I want to know like what that's like. So what's the process leading up to it, and how does the training and the food change?
Okay, so I had I've done 3 preps, 4 maybe.
Mhm.
Now my first one I was 17, and I did the show, and did pretty well for my age. I was lean, but they overcooked me because I had a coach. So I could have come in bigger, but that's generally my issue from the show day. I come in too small because they cooked me. So that was good. 17, it was like a fitness show, so more like beach body looking.
Yeah.
And then my second attempt, which was no coach, just myself, I did a bulk and then a lean, and I got to about, I reckon, 8% body fat.
That is so low.
Which isn't the lowest I've been to, but the issue is with that one, I was doing natural fats, and that's when my metabolism was going ballistic. And one thing I remember, I was doing some cheats, right? I think because your metabolism goes so fast, and if you have cheat meals, it's no good because you keep having them, right?
Yeah.
So would have been like 4 weeks out, and because if you coach yourself, it plays mind games, right? So I'm too flat or something, right? I bought family burger box from KFC. Now, it's on my Instagram, the aftermath of it.
Yeah.
But I ended up being in the bathtub finishing the fucking last burger in chips.
Yeah.
Now, for
So
those people...
so you're forcing it in? Are you forcing it in?
Oh, that last bit I was.
Yeah.
Now, for those people who don't know how much is in a family burger box at the time,
Yeah.
there is 4 burgers. 4 burgers.
Yeah.
There's chips. Two large chips. And what I did actually is I got 1 large chips and changed 2 for the dinner buns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And there's gravy and mash.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of food.
And I think the only thing I didn't finish was the chips.
Mm-hmm. So if you're prepping for a show, I don't know what's the point of eating all this KFC.
Yeah, no. So that's the dud one. So I actually didn't do a show with that one.
Oh, okay.
Now, the most recent one, which I followed through, which was before... This is the one where I had a coach, and we did a bulk for 8 weeks.
Oh, so you got to stop saying the C word. I've got to keep beeping that out.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck it. I keep counting. I think that's like 6 beeps.
oh shit. Well, I've got to remember that for later because there's a lot of 19s.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
We call it the dark era. The dark
era. Yeah. Yeah, so I did a bulk for 8 weeks. And so this diet here was similar, but it was low fats.
Yeah.
So there was carbs, protein, but low fats.
Mm-hmm.
And it had 6 to 7 meals a day. So I started before engaging him. I was already doing a bulk for like 8 weeks by myself.
Yeah.
8-10 weeks maybe, and then I did 8 weeks bulk with him with full training plan and everything, and then I did a 12-week cut.
Mm-hmm.
The 12-week cut was going good, but what I wasn't doing was the full amount of cardio that he specified. Now I know if you start on an hour, you'll finish on fucking 2.
Yeah.
So I started on maybe 10 or none.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the last 4 weeks, I knew I needed to step it up, and I ended up doing like maybe half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
He always thought I did fucking an hour or 2 hours, but anyway, I stepped it up and I got absolutely fucking shredded.
Wow.
Did not miss anything. I was getting comments.
So you're saying because you usually have to start with cardio, then you got to make it more intense by doing double it.
Yeah.
You started with 0, so
I
you
started
only had
with
to do
0
half
instead
an
of a
hour.
fucking hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So by then I only did 30 minutes.
Cheat codes, yeah.
Yeah, less is more.
How good's that?
I got abs. The last 4 weeks was just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I was training in the gym, and people were like, "Mate, you're a fucking animal."
Yeah.
Just like in the zone, like just fucking trying to rip it out. But I think some injuries here or there. And the only thing you don't notice it until afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Once if you start to dissipate muscle, you go, "Oh, that's a bit fucked."
Mm-hmm.
So you got to maintain muscle, otherwise you'll figure that out later because you train so hard, you just fuck something.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, there was like times I did like posing practice, and I was looking in the mirror, doing routine because we got to practice it. Otherwise, you'll get up on stage and then you were sort of
Yeah, of course.
So I was doing it one time, and I've got it on video, doing my posing thing, and in the mirror, some chick walks in, goes, turns straight out and looks away.
That's mad. What a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's like that I've seen that clip. Remember the clip at the fitness expo where the chick's just mesmerised?
Oh, yeah, that chick. She's biting her lip. She has no clue what she's doing. She's just on live telly.
He's trying to be a journalist. She's just...
Oh, yeah. I've seen that video so many times. It's just a laugh.
That's gold.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
by the time I finished it, the prep went for half a year. No
What?
cheat meals.
What?
So I didn't do a cheat meal for half a year,
Wow.
and I didn't feel the need to do a cheat meal because I didn't have one.
6
So
months of
it's
dedication.
all about discipline
Yeah.
and consistency. If you stuff your consistency up, you'll have problems trying to keep it.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
just
know
not-
it actually takes. I think it was 12 weeks to create a habit, and only 2 weeks to break it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And break it as in
2 days in a week.
Well, break it as in like you got to start again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start again. But 12 weeks is when it takes you to get that proper mindset.
Yeah.
Which is cool. 12 weeks is also a good. It's actually a common term in the gym because I know that when you train, it takes 4 weeks before you notice anything. It will take 8 weeks before anyone else notices anything, and then 12 weeks before the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So 12 weeks is a long time. 6 months is a fucking long time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like 6 months would have been. It would have been like 6 to 9 months. Yeah.
Wow.
With 9 months with me doing it, and then 6 with him.
And when you say no cheat meals, what does your diet consist of through those?
Just be chicken, broccoli, rice, steaks, maybe salmon, tuna.
Well, so no snacks.
Not even no avocado.
No snacks.
Sweet potato.
Are you a snack guy? Like,
Eggs.
do you have a sweet tooth? Do you like?
I like
cakes
savoury
and
more than
shit?
sweets.
So like crackers, chips.
Yeah,
crisps.
yeah. Like if you've got cheese out with crackers,
Yeah.
and you got some you got some sweet potato, cashew, and what I think it's like pepper
Oh yeah.
dip. Like you'll have me.
Mate, don't talk
Blue
to me.
cheese, like a blue cheese. What do they call it? It's a brie, like a brie blue cheese, like top notch.
Bro, I like the triple brie.
Oh yeah.
Bro, don't talk to me, bro. Give me a little bit of wine and I'll smash the whole thing of cheese. There's been multiple times where I've bought like a block of cheese and I ended up eating the block. I just eat the block. No more crackers, bro.
That's bad. You got to put it away, otherwise you can keep going.
Yeah, if I buy a block of cheese, that's one snack.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. The whole pack of Jats, the whole block of cheese, and the whole dip.
It's like, because now, like, I've got my own house. You buy stuff when people come over, and then they leave, and you go, I'm meant to be on a diet, and there's all this cheese and crackers and
Yeah, you have to say take it with you. You're gonna have to say take it with you.
Yeah.
Buy some like those Chinese takeaway containers and just give them the
well,
so
that's what we do now.
Yeah,
So.
because you're good now, especially now you're on that keto diet. So yeah, I want to talk about buying it now that you've got your own home. I had the privilege of coming over yesterday.
Yeah.
You've got a beautiful, beautiful home, bro. It's homey in there. It's a great little place.
It's Airbnb vibes.
It's 100%.
I looked at it, and I said, even if I upgrade, I could Airbnb this.
Oh, yeah.
Once I upgrade it.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice. And it's in a good spot too. I enjoyed it. So tell me, the process of buying your first home, I bet it was exciting. I bet it was a great feeling.
Yeah. I'm the sort of person that I'll be blank face until the day.
Okay.
Like, no... Because I find, like, if people get excited, they can't sleep, and they talk about it, and then they get annoyed that it's not coming.
Yeah,
fast
you might
enough.
get worried.
I'm sort of just like, it comes when it comes, and then when it's there, like, man, I got a house. Like, literally, I just go, once I'm standing, go, yeah, mad.
Like, oh, for fuck's sake, now I've got to get a moving truck, right?
I sort of got to take a bit more time to appreciate things. That's my sort of downfall, but
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's awesome, bro. It's really cool. And you've been saving. You're a good saver. You've been saving since the start.
yeah.
Yeah, you've been a good saver. So I'm guessing I reckon you would have had the money to buy a place for a while, to be honest. You could have bought before.
Yeah, well, you start from the bottom of the food chain, so when you step up and you start saving more and more. If you can save on little, when you start making money,
Yeah.
then you're saving money.
Yeah.
So my motto is slaving and saving. So over time,
Slaving and saving.
Yeah.
I've never even heard that. That's good.
Yeah.
Slaving and saving.
That's
Yeah.
right. No, you think about it. Well, that's my thing too. You think about it. No one works for working.
Yeah.
You work for something.
Yeah.
So
You work to live. You don't live to work.
you can slave away and start to diminish your actual life, and then realize, well, I'm making money for a reason, not just to make money. So you can live your life, and that's the work-life balance that
Yeah.
everyone's got to work on, really.
Yeah, well, I can't relate in that sense. I earned little money in the beginning. Oh, I can buy this much stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I can buy more stuff.
Yeah.
What can I buy now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about buying a house. I've talked about it a few times on here, And fuck, I just love spending, bro. Fuck, oh my god, there's so much shit I want to buy now.
Yeah. No, I was looking for A's. I was actually looking in this suburb
Yeah.
years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But then everything gets
Everything's going up
and
here.
and up, and I was like, and then by the time, but the place in the end that I got, I think won't go down in value anyway, so it'll just go up eventually.
The other side where like you got the pub on the corner, and then this, the pub down the bottom, the Australian hotel.
Oh yeah.
That behind that, that's still the same suburb. Houses sold there for 1.5 like recently.
Isn't that where there's floods happen?
No, they don't get the water. Somehow they don't get the water. I don't understand how, because they're lower than us.
But it all reroutes anyway. So it changed last time too. Like
Yeah.
it was nearly down the road.
Yeah.
So
Well, the last time we got the top of the street got flooded too. The
Yeah.
whole bottom's underwater. Everyone on the bottom of the street's
it'll
underwater.
make its way there.
The top of the street. We were on an island, bro.
Instead.
Our house was literally one of like 7 houses on the island.
That's whack.
Yeah.
You drove through it.
Yeah, fuck. Got shit to do, bro. I'm not hanging around. Got shit to do. Dude, last time the flood came, I picked up another company. I took the Hilux home because it was a bit taller. And I drove to work in the morning. I had my brother up, and I held my hand out the window, and I'm literally dragging it through the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the shit that you do, and I just see it and go.
I was I was half on the medium strip, like at an angle, like driving, so I was a bit taller.
Yeah.
And then like there's like cars all the way through it. Like
so you
there's
can
just
get a bit of air in your vent.
Yeah,
Not as much water.
Snorkels on the right. Yeah. But there was cars all the way through the water. There would have been
Just
there would have been
parked?
30 broken, like they couldn't make it. There would have been 30, 40.
Well, they just tried to go through and they just
Yeah. There would have been 30, 40 cars, bro.
had people like you, but with a small car.
Yeah. Well, one time I thought to myself, like, I was in the truck when I had the truck, and I was like, fuck, I could not get home. The flood was so bad.
Yeah.
I'm getting the shits now. I'm like, it's been a couple of hours of me trying to find a new way in.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this. I'm just going to take this exit and I'm going to go straight through it. And I'm like, whatever the water comes up to, that's what the truck's putting up with. And I turn off the bridge where you go like behind where the Macca's is.
Yeah.
And then I pull up to it and the water is like up to
That area is fucked, bro.
Bro, the water was above the street signs. And I'm looking at it like, man, it'd be like a submarine.
Yeah, fuck. You want to see the fishes?
Not today.
You want to see the cows too. There'd probably be a few cows in there.
Yeah. I'm like, not today.
I don't know where all those...
Oh, no, you'd be surprised. I actually was worried a lot about the livestock. They all get saved. All the animals. The first one, a lot of animals did die. Everyone was unprepared.
Yeah.
This one, every animal gets taken out.
It smells like shit there too. And all the shit comes up and smells. And
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the floods stink less and less each time. Do you reckon that?
maybe because there's less shit.
Maybe I'm used to it, or maybe it's
Because
me.
the floods more often now, so it's like...
Yeah. For those who are listening who don't know, fuck, we get some water out here.
Yeah, at the moment.
We get some fucking water out here. It's like ocean views. What about Paddy Boy, bro?
In the kayak.
Oh my gosh. I'll put a link in the description to that, but Paddy Boy, who is going to come on the podcast soon. I know you're listening now, Paddy. Fucking finally, he's caught up to date. But, yeah, great video, but it shows the impact of the flood. Yeah. He gets lucky. His house doesn't actually cop too much damage, but he gets pretty lucky.
Well,
It's just a real inconvenience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like a smell too afterwards.
Yeah.
Trying to get rid of that would be a mission in itself.
But it's good because the whole community gets together. Right?
Yeah.
The whole community gets together. We have flooded with water, but I mean, like, we also have a flooded amount of like Service New South Wales, SES, Air Force. Everyone comes. The whole RAF base employees. Everyone just comes. They'll clean up. You just let them go. They'll clean up your whole house for you. Like they'll clean it. It's good. It's a good community out here. We had we were the last house to have power last time they cut the power. So we had leads fucking running over the fences.
Right.
Yeah.
Soaking up your electricity.
Well, I think they do benefits and shit for when
old
you
mate running his whole house, aircon, everything.
Yeah, we get the SWAT team kicking the doors. Then go growing bud. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so the process of buying your first house, what did you look for in a property?
Yeah,
you've got the mind for it in the construction industry.
Yeah, so I looked at a few and you look at some and go, well, this is a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you talk to them and they go, well, yeah, this place, I said, so what are they asking for? Because most of them at the time, because it was so nuts, didn't even put prices up. And you look at a place, well, that's, I could do it up and it's probably going to be cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
One place I went to, an area I think is going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
I ask him, how much? Like, mind you, outside, the downpipes aren't connected properly.
Mm-hmm.
Inside is complete shit house.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, and it's very small. It's only like inside might be 100 square meters
Oh, wow.
on like a 350 square meter block. And he goes, oh, 1.3. And he's saying, oh, I said, because I was like, because he's explaining to me, yeah, the kitchen might need doing. You can do kitchens for like 15, 20,000. I was like, I'm a builder, I know. Like,
Yeah.
and he's trying to, I said, and he's like, oh, the market's actually going up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's trying to convince me the market's going up. I was like, you
Yeah.
fucking cockhead.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I know, like, it's not worth 1.3.
Yeah. So this would have been like, well, I'm guessing this would have been almost 12 months ago.
This would have been, like March, April this year.
This year.
This
Okay.
year. Before it, everyone was like interest rates, whatever.
Yeah.
That was when it was like signs of it, nothing verbal yet. But yeah, there was a few things of that, but I sort of look for, obviously, what's the going rate? What was the rate beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked at one side, and there's basically a fork at the river. One side gets blocked off. It also, for the size blocks I was looking at and the price, has no views.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas my side, which I ended up changing my mind to, has two ways in and out,
Mm-hmm.
has views, and was 200k cheaper
Yeah, well.
as in an equivalent.
I wonder, well, why is it cheaper? Like, is it because they think that area is going to take a bit longer before it gets more inflation?
Yeah, like the other end is developing.
Yeah.
This end isn't developed, like all the houses all time near it.
Mm-hmm.
But 200k,
Yeah.
and I've got views.
And you got the better end of the stick anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I got two ways down. I was like, the land, the size of the land is pretty much the cost of what I got it for. So it's going to go up in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And it's just like it's mad because, like, as you say, in your industry you do a bit of architectural work as well in your job?
Yeah, I do a bit of design, and I toot my own horn, and I get tips saying, that's a good idea, like shit,
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah, nice.
But I have a bit of an eye, I think.
Mhm.
I don't particularly like doing my own stuff,
Mhm.
because then I'm not really sure. But if I look at someone else's, I can look at it objectively and go, well, this, and this.
Yeah.
You could do this or that.
Mhm.
But if it's mine,
Mhm.
I like to get another opinion.
Bro,
So I had Jakey here the other day going through. So what do you reckon of this? He's saying I'm fucking
dude,
idiot.
let me say what happened. This is exactly the conversation. I'm looking at the roof, and you're like, yeah, I don't like the color of the timbers, the natural look. I'm like, oh, why? I'm like, all right, fair enough. Big job. You got to sand them
It's
all
a
back.
big exposed ceiling. So
Yeah.
you got raked, and you got the exposed rafters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful home, man. It's like a nice cottage home. It's so nice. Anyway, so you got the big exposed rafters with hard oak, natural
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
And you want to paint them. I said, well, you got to be up there with a sander, mate.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of work. And then you're like, yeah, and you see the roof. You see that join? I don't like that join. I'm thinking about replacing the roof. And I said, the fucking roof, bro?
Yeah.
How high is the ceiling? It'd be
Oh,
fucking...
the Safetes, what's
it'd be
from ground
20
floor
or-
be like 6.5 meters.
Oh my god, it's a 6.5 meter ceiling, and you're like, yeah, I might replace the roof. I don't like the seal. I'm like, this is the architect. This is the fucking architect
Yeah,
right here.
it's like FC shit, and you got these joins halfway, and it looks shit.
I didn't even notice the joins, bro, until you said it. I didn't even notice it, but
But now you see it, you agree.
fuck that. I would not be replacing the whole fucking roof, bro. Fuck that. But yeah, it's cool. Is there any other signs that you recommend that, say, anyone who listening wants to buy a house? Is there some important signs that you should look for and to steer away from?
What I sort of learned is you can wait for the market to drop, but your life doesn't wait for the market to drop.
Good
So I'm very financially based. and conscious.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, am I going to wait till I'm 28 for this market to drop?
Yeah.
Like, realistically,
Mhm.
do I want to live at home and save
Mhm.
till I'm 28 with a partner? Or
Yeah.
fuck no.
Yeah.
So you got to buy when you got to buy, and I think I'm not going to lose value when the market is dropping, and it's dropping now.
Yeah.
So I was like, win-win.
Yeah.
But if I did buy somewhere that was like 1.1, it will drop, but it will come back up.
Of course.
So
It's always going to go back up
If you're not going to sell it straight away,
until
fine.
Putin presses the button. Like everything's just going to keep
Yeah.
going up.
you don't lose until you sell, and that's why I'm not selling crypto, because I've currently fucked it.
Yeah. Let's steer away from crypto.
I keep
bro.
looking and I say, oh, good news. Always comes up on my phone, XRP to the moon, blah, blah, blah. I look back at it, and it's fucking the lowest day it's had. It's like 500k for today and dropped like 2 cents.
Yeah.
And I go,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, bro, I stopped looking at my XRP a long time ago. Probably 12
Unbelievable.
months. 12 months since I've looked at my price. Maybe more. Maybe more.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
looked at it probably. Last time I looked at it was probably today.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever think about getting into the trading of the crypto? Like,
Look, the only trading I did was when it dropped.
yeah. Okay.
So you can see how that went for me.
What about delving?
You know, when it was going up like ETC, I was like, fuck, I'm going to jump on that.
Yeah.
$2.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, 213, and now it's 30.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. What about Delvin? He said to me one day, I'm gonna ride this I'm gonna ride the wave tonight, I'm gonna buy and sell all night, I'm gonna stay up late. So he stays up late, he sees, I think this is the peak. He sells he sells it all. He's watching it, starts going up. Keeps going up. He goes, fuck. He buys it all back.
Bro,
That's anytime he tries it.
people who watch and buy, they must be like, they're just different people.
Oh, bro,
I'd
I
be
reckon
paranoid. I'd be
you'd
like, it's
lose your
going up and I'm
mind.
going to miss out now.
Oh,
Or does it, like, a few hours later, it drops, like, tons down, and then you buy it, and then it goes...
yeah. Crazy. I just watched a Netflix documentary about the GameStop. So do you remember a couple years ago when the price of GameStop was going crazy? Like, it was a big meme. It wasn't a meme. It was just like a big trend. I didn't know why it was happening, but the price was going crazy.
Yeah, right.
And it was just at the time when we first started to buy crypto. So I didn't take advantage of GameStop. I just thought, fuck it, I'm already invested some money somewhere. I just ignore it.
Yeah.
And what happened was a bunch of people on Reddit, they had this group where they literally post the biggest wins and the biggest losses they've had in trading on the stock market. And there'd be people making $1 million and there'd be people losing $1 million. And it was just like, and then they're all just, loyal to each other and they've got a good community. So they've got their own memes and their own slang and all this shit. Anyway, they all had a vendetta, I guess, against trust funds. Because the way a trust fund works is I'm going to sound like an idiot if anyone knows exactly, but what I understood was a trust fund is where everyone invests their money into a trust and then they invest their money for them. And they look for a company that is about to go bust. So they'll buy all of their stocks at, say, $10 each.
Right.
And then they'll sell them to someone else. And then the price will have gone down to $6. And then somehow they cash back the extra $4. So they make money somehow when companies are going bust.
Well, they do it all at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically that's the gist of it. And people lose houses. People lose lots of money.
Oh, yeah, the people who are actually...
People who are, yeah.
Yeah,
and,
not the people that come in and jump.
Yeah, so that's why this Reddit community had a big, and I think it got up to 1 million members, had a big vendetta against trust funds. And they seen that one trust fund company just bought a bunch of GameStop. And they're like, so they're relying on it because no one's buying games anymore. You download them on your PlayStation. You don't need to go in there anymore. So they're like, right, let's stick together and let's fucking invest all of our money into GameStop. Because now that they've sold their shares, the trust fund, if the price goes up, then they owe money instead of collecting money. So everyone just started pumping their wages into GameStop. Like people are pumping... Some people are putting in $500 a week, whatever they got to spend. Some people are putting in 20 grand, whatever they can afford. The price starts going up from, I think it was originally like $4, and the price started going up, and all of a sudden it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And now it's becoming like a meme. Everyone's like, keep going. They're drawing attention. Now it's going to 110, 150, $200 a coin. And then now celebrities are catching the trend and they're tweeting about it and shit. All of a sudden, Elon Musk tweets it. It goes up to $550 a coin, a share.
You would jump.
Bro,
I would have jumped to 200.
People are cashing out millions and millions and millions of dollars who have just invested, 10 grand or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the community was always like, I think they called themselves diamond holders, so they're never gonna sell. So then the price is going up and trust funds are being they're busting them. They're sending them out of business. Then all of a sudden, the app that they're using called Robinhood, that's the app where you can buy and sell stocks without having to go through a stock agency. That gets taken over by a big trust fund. And they remove the buy button on that one stock. So now no one can buy it anymore. And it would have gone up to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. So then because no one can buy it anymore, everyone just starts going, fuck. So everyone starts selling. And the price went all the way down.
It would have dipped like nuts.
And hundreds of thousands of people lost so much money because they were buying it on the hype.
People would have been sleeping.
People are buying it on the hype, bro. Everyone's like jumping on the trend, buying it.
People would have been fucking sleeping during the time.
Bro.
Imagine if you were like the unlucky bloke that's sleeping.
Well, everyone's just like seeing it through the day, like what the fuck. Everyone who's just seen it is like,
imagine if you're at work.
Oh, bros. People are losing a shitload of money on it.
Oh, that's nuts.
And in the end, it was kind of like a story of David versus Goliath, with the community taking on the big evil corporations, and they were winning. And then in the end, Goliath actually won. Goliath
bought the company out. Fucking.
It was madness. It was a good documentary. I recommend it to people on Netflix.
That's why you invest what you're willing to lose. You don't invest what you want.
Yeah. Even still, it's like you don't want to lose anything.
No.
Yeah.
Like with my crypto, I don't need it. Mm-hmm. But if it makes me money,
100%. I think that
you need it. Like, if I needed that money, then it's gone. Mm-hmm. For now.
Yeah.
Till I make millions of dollars.
it's not going anywhere either. I don't know. Do you reckon crypto's gonna had its peak? Do you reckon it's had its hype, or do you reckon it's coming back? Because I've heard some rumors now talking about it's coming back.
Yes.
But
I think it's going to be quite like the XRP case where it was meant to be solved 2 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Keep the community keeps going a week, a month, a year.
Yeah.
Until it's like 2030 and then it restarts or something.
Yeah. And by then, do you reckon everyone would have probably sold their XRP?
No, it will kick off. Which one, you don't know.
Yeah.
Like XRP, like once it goes that way, because it can go up, but I don't know how much it will, and then if it will like make that much money. Because
you know how everyone was saying how all the global banks were buying up XRP. Yeah. Remember that was the story. The more I think about it, the more it's like
some are like aligned with them, but I don't know if they're buying it. Yeah. Like if you think banks buying that, how much would the outflow of that be? Mm-hmm. When you watch how much goes out per day. Yeah. You go millions. Yeah. Okay, right. But it's not a bank.
But mind you, in the beginning, it was hundreds of millions in the beginning, wasn't it? When we started buying XRP, there was a lot of money going into it.
Yeah, well, I watch it now, and a big day will be like 20 million. I didn't buy when you bought.
I bought for the first time at fucking 65 cents or something.
Yeah, like
maybe 60.
When I fucking looked 59. At it, and Delvin told me about it, it was going to $2.
Oh, that was the first time you looked at it.
Yeah.
Wow, I bought it. I've never bought it more than $1. I think I bought it for an average of 80 cents.
It's Delvin's fault. Fuck Delvin.
Yeah, shout out to Del, but fuck you, Del. No, I'm still even. I'm still alright on there. I think I've got quite a bit of coins on that. Yeah, so enough of the crypto talk for now, because I think I'm starting to get a little bit depressed from this.
Oh, yeah.
You've had some more exciting news lately.
Yeah.
And I'll let you take the reins from here, because last time I wanted to ask you about it. And let me just say, thank you, because in the beginning, you were helping me practice, and I should have brought this up earlier in the podcast. But you helped me. You were actually, I think, the first person to do a proper recording session. I didn't have cameras on and shit back then, though, did I? We did an audio one. We just did an audio.
We did one just in the middle.
Oh,
so now this is a top-notch setup.
Yeah, thank you.
Click from one person to the next. Good shit.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but I do appreciate you because I needed that practice in the beginning.
Yeah.
I was so fucking shit at talking back then, and
That's-
I'm no wordsmith. I'm not
Yeah.
intelligent person. I don't know how to get what I'm saying out.
Everyone's got their own.
But back then, jeez, bro,
Yeah.
I could not hold a conversation to save
Yeah.
my life. Yeah. So thank you for the practice, and I really appreciate it. But I didn't get to ask you the exciting news last time. So what's happened as of recently?
So, look, I haven't been doing things in halves this year. So, as I said at the start of the show, so I put an offer in for a house. So at the start, we went there. I said, "Yeah, like we'll put an offer in." And I've got a list of deductions, and I deducted it, and I said, "All right, now let's lowball it."
And can you explain that a bit more? Because I don't understand what you mean by deductions.
I went through the house and I go, this needs doing, this needs doing, this needs doing, my list, right?
Oh, so then
and I go, how much would that cost? Nice. And then I go, well, take that off.
Wow.
But things would be like straightforward things that need fixing.
Yeah.
And then I would go, now I'm going to lowball it.
Yeah.
And then, I sort of...
Do you present them with that list, or is that just your own mental list? Okay.
Just like an assessment of it.
Yeah.
And then in the end, I talked about it with my partner because we were going in together, right?
Mm.
And we went through it, and she goes, "No, it's too low."
Yeah.
So now that this is before we got engaged, and so we're partners. It's got to be a decision for both of us. So she goes, and then I said, "Look, I'll meet you halfway."
Yeah.
So we put it in halfway. Then they came back, and the agent, right? He was trying to play games, and I fucking read him. I said no.
Yeah.
He said something like, "Oh, they've rejected the offer, but appreciate that you like the house or whatever." And I responded. I said, "Offer still stands. Contact me whenever."
Yeah.
And then they came back. Like a week later, and said, "Would you do this?" It's like a jump of like 10 grand or something. I said, "Let me have another look." So we looked through it. I was like, "Have a look through the consider it." Anyway, I said, "We say how you going?" I offered less.
Yeah.
Sort of near halfway.
Yeah.
And then they ended up accepting, right? So I got this message and call while I was at work. So I was like, yeah, sweet, like that's mad. And then I called the missus. I said, hello, homeowner. She goes, what? It's like mad. Homeowner. I had to say it like 4 times. Click with her. And she's so excited.
Yeah.
And anyway, after that, first thing I do, call them mum and a dad, meet them that same day. So they're split up. So I meet them separately.
Yeah, wow.
And I just tell my missus I'm out picking tiles for a client for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. So I come back at like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So she's real sus, right? Like, but I just like spread it out until she wasn't sus anymore. So I went out and got a ring, custom made. It took like 6 weeks. I kept on chasing them because if I didn't chase them, it would have been a while. But yeah, that came through. I picked it up. I took 2 weeks off after I got in the new house. I picked it up on Thursday or Friday. I picked it up Friday, right? Got the message on Thursday I can get it, and I said Friday. Picked it up Friday. Thought what I'm going to do on Friday to propose. Did it Saturday morning. Booked in a place to go to dinner on Friday. Because I was like, what's the way we can do it? Because you know how they want to get their nails done and all this.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is a bit of a reverse way, people, if you get for yourself. I did it in the morning, and they weren't all like dressed up or nothing. They were like, no clue, right?
Yeah.
Propose, send them to get their nails done, and get all dressed up and go out
Yeah.
together and get all your photos done.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because girls need that photo. They need the photo.
that photo. They want to do their Instagram, Facebook, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and this way it's pretty like low key.
I
Otherwise,
said
they know
yes.
about it.
I said yes.
Yeah,
photo.
yeah. And
I love seeing those photos, but
Yeah.
I love seeing those photos.
No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the ring came with this cuff, and it says, "Does this ring look good on my finger? I'm engaged."
Oh, that's cool.
And we always took photos with that and stuff, so that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. But yeah, like nothing in halves. So
Yeah, good steps, bro. Good
so
steps.
it's like, you know, offer, ask the parents, same day, house, engagement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's
Yeah.
wild. It's mad, bro. It's
Now
good.
we get a puppy.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
You got one pup. You got one dog at the moment, and need
Yeah.
a friend for it, eh?
Yeah, that's right. He's a friend. So
What about the kids, Luke? Here comes a big question, mate. How long?
well,
away?
it's after marriage. No, nothing before that. So depends. Like a year. Well, kids after, so 2 years.
So, what are you trying to get married within the year or within 2 years?
Yeah, like a year, like it's a target.
Yeah.
I would have even put together like who we invite, and then how many people there's going to be, and then venues, and then
Yeah.
all that sort of thing. That's sort of the order I think you've got to do it in.
It's a big process planning a wedding. I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to invite you. Like,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I was going to come. Didn't know if I was going to fucking make it anyway.
I got people saying,
Sorry, bro. I got golf today.
yeah, I know. I got some people saying, "Oh, you didn't give me enough notice." Like, fuck, what? A year's not enough notice for you to get like in shape if you want to look good for a wedding. Like. A year, come on.
Yeah.
I'll whip you in the shape in 3 months.
Yeah. Just ask you for a meal plan. That'll be all right.
I'll whip their ass. Like,
Oh, actually, that brings me to another question I want to ask you. Do people ask you for much advice when it comes to things like training and eating and things like that?
yeah, like I like to help people out. I think it should be common knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I never became a PT. One, because I'm not that sort of cheesy person who wants to sell things.
Mm-hmm.
And two, because I reckon it should be available cost free.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like people just... Because some people have no clue.
Yeah.
They just eat shit.
Well, PT is a different story because a PT is like you're giving your time, you're paying for someone's time. Like, you know, if they're at the gym with you,
Yeah.
that's what I think of when I think of a PT.
But I think the nutrition should be available already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, a copy and paste meal plan,
Mm.
or, you know, they weigh this, they eat that.
Yeah.
I'll give them 30 more grams of meat.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You want to charge me over $100?
Yeah. Yeah.
Copy
it is
and
a,
paste,
is a
copy
big
and
route.
paste, online, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
YouTube, just look up YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Learn
Well,
everything.
a good job for a nutritionist is something that, like, what Delvin's doing now. He's a chef and he's studying nutrition at the same time.
Yeah.
So he wants to be able to cook and provide the right meals to suit certain people and their
Yeah, some
styles.
people are busy.
That's a good idea for a nutritionist.
Yeah, that's good.
Providing the food is great. Providing a fucking piece of paper.
Was that
it's not
Del?
fucking rip. That's what Delvin's trying to do right
He's
now.
not
Yeah.
even told me.
Yeah,
Delvin.
he's been hustling, bro. I got to have
he's
him on
busy.
soon.
He's a busy man.
I've heard from his brother. He's
Like
fucking
6-7 days a
hustling.
week.
He's hustling right now. He's got some adventures. I've got to have him on real soon.
Yeah.
He's almost ready to come on again. Because what was the last one I did with him? I've done a couple for everyone listening. I've done a couple with Delvin. The first one, I'm just so stupid. That was my fault. I fucked that one up. Second one got lost in a hard drive. Third one, he came over and I hit him with the repetitive questions.
Yeah.
And this is how he's going like this. And I'm just thinking, I'm fucking sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. And I asked him the same question I've asked him like 3 or 4 times, and he go, "Yes, dude."
Dude's like, what did I say last time?
Yeah, shout out to Dell. Love you, mate. I'll make it a bit more exciting for you next time. But yeah, so people do ask you for advice. I can imagine it would be most people when it comes to getting into the gym would go to you.
Yeah, just like friends and family, just say,
Yeah.
you know, if I want to get in shape, pretty basic. So,
And for anyone listening, if they do want to get into the gym, do they have the open end of the conversation to ask you for some advice?
yeah, like for the time of day, like I'll give you an overview, but if you want a dot by dot plan, go to a PT.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who do you look at for inspiration when it comes to training? Do you have any people that you follow content?
I followed. Now this is when I was very dot by dot. and I trained from dot by dot, say from 15 years old to about 19, all through school. Meal, missed nothing. I knew what was even like how many calories in bread, milk, fucking whatever.
Well,
Because I did my fitness bro that whole time. But then I've, lapsed here and there recently, and I've just been like a gym for 9 months, and then all of a sudden COVID-19 comes up, and then you lose it for a year, and then you go, and then I get back on 6 months, whatever, 9 months, and then you get busy with work, or you move house and you can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Too busy doing other stuff. So, yeah, it's sort of like that.
Yeah. I get you. Anything else that you're kind of putting some time into at the moment? Other than, because now that you got your home, I'm sure you're busy.
Yeah.
But is there anything that you'd like to be spending some more time doing?
Well, what I've been doing is, I tell everyone, you got to book in things. So every time I speak to someone, just say, book it in.
Yeah.
Book it in.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I've got like 3 events every weekend now.
Yeah.
And I don't even have time to do chores at home. So I got to slow down. I say, I fucking don't book nothing.
Yeah.
I haven't even had, like a housewarming, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I've got to sort out stuff like
You
that.
got to get that sorted.
Yeah, but booking things is a big thing. There's so many people that cancel though. Like, if you commit, like I'm a big advocate for supporting your friends with big things.
Yeah.
So the other day, one of my mates posted he's doing a fight night, and I was like, fuck yeah, like I'll come. Like you've never done a fight before, like that's mad. And he goes, oh yeah, like I was, none of his family's going. Like he's got his friends ended up popping up, but yeah, like people appreciate that.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, like he trained for half a year, or he's been training for a year, and then does a cut, and then everything.
Yeah.
You want people that mean something to you, that watch you.
Of course.
So
I'm a big believer in
just
that.
effort to go out there and make time.
Yeah.
You're always busy.
Yeah.
Like I could be doing mowing the lawns or
Oh, there's always shit to do, bro.
starting renos. Haven't started renos and things like that.
Yeah.
Cooking meals for the week ahead.
Yeah.
But you got to make time. So.
I'm a big believer in that too, because you know what? Unfortunately, it's just a fact of life that I understand. People drift apart. People drift apart, and it happens. But that happens because of lack of effort. That's the only reason for it. And that's why I've kind of known that for a very long time, and I'm still mates with fucking everyone from primary school. I'm still mates with everyone from my first high school, second high school. I even have caravan park mates that I still keep in contact with. And that's not because, like, I don't know, obviously I have issues. I need to constantly be having conversation with people. Like, I can't really spend much time alone. But it's because as soon as the conversation ends, I know that, when's the next time I can talk to that person again? Yeah. Because one day that's just going to end. I don't want to get to fucking 40, 45.
Yeah.
Some people in their early 30s and late 20s, they run out of friends because they just lost contact.
Oh, yeah, it's not hard.
And they've spent too much time either working on the house or working on their career or focusing on one thing in particular.
Yeah,
you got to make time for people. People's the reason we should do anything.
Well, the reason you got friends from a caravan and whatnot, mate, you're just a unique being.
No, it's not that.
You make friends with everyone.
I do make friends with
bloke,
everyone.
get a few drinks in him at the bar. Holy shit. He'd be out there, you'd go home to someone's place, you wouldn't even met him.
I do sometimes. I do that sometimes.
Well, where's Doxy gone? He's fucking out somewhere.
He's just met some
He's
fucking...
here, but I don't know where.
Some crackhead showing him his tent.
We'll see him walking by in like 4 hours later.
Yeah.
1 o'clock. Everyone's been kicked out.
I appreciate it. I don't consider it to be because I'm different, like I'm an individual person. I just don't want to lose contact with anyone.
Yeah.
Because one day, what if I never speak to that person again? It's important to me.
Yeah.
It's important to me. And it's a big fear. And I do think that, I know some people will be listening, and I'm not actually thinking of anyone in particular, but I know that you're understanding what I'm saying. Making more of an effort to reaching out to them. Just give people a fucking call, man.
Oh, yeah.
How hard is it? Yeah. I speak to you quite often on the phone. I love speaking to people on the phone. Yeah. It's important.
Especially when, it's sort of the stage where at the moment, where our age is like 24, 25, 23, whatever they are. And they're moving out of home and they're focusing on careers. They haven't found out work-life balance. They're just like earning and trying to, make that dosh. be successful, and they cut their social life, and they might even move out into an apartment by themselves, and they're just living by themselves, trying to make a living, and they just focus on that, and they just get worse and worse and worse. You can invite them out, but they just keep, if they get time, it's them sitting by themselves at home watching TV.
Yeah.
And that's how they become extroverts.
Yeah.
They're just, normal at work, but other than that, they won't see no one.
Yeah.
And that's easy to do for some people.
Yeah. And mental health does take a part in that at the same time. Like I know that some people just don't have the drive or the motivation to go put themselves in a group scenario because they might feel anxious or just not really a part of it, or maybe just not feeling it that day.
Yeah.
But just put yourself in that situation. You're never going to regret going somewhere. You're only going to regret not going. How often do you regret going somewhere? Realistically, never. But I've got events where I'm like, fuck, I wish I went to that. You know what I mean? You're never going to look back in 10 years and go, I wish I didn't go to that night.
Yeah. Like that fight night that I went to was pretty mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I'm loving fight nights. I've been to a few now. Yeah. The Laudette brothers are fucking doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little fighting family, that.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Imagine imagine like having fights, right? You gotta fight a family. Imagine.
Well, you have to fight your family.
No, you have to fight a whole family, right? 5 people on 5 people. I'm not versed in Delvin's family. Bro, they were watching Kung Fu from a young age. Delvin telling me his dad watched Kung Fu, the whole family watched Kung Fu.
Yeah.
3 fighters coming out of that family.
Yeah.
3 boys.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, I'd like verse a bunch of
Fuck
geeks.
them, I'll take them all on, bro. Fuck them all. Fuck the Laudettes. Come at me.
Bunch of anime lovers that don't go outside. Give me them.
Yeah.
He'll probably start charging up, come hard.
Imagine that. Imagine your family had to go fight another family.
That's crazy.
I see
revert back to the Stone Age. I'll trade you some bread for some fish.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen these TikToks of like these parents. It was a trend like a few months ago where they G their kid up. They're like the dad did it to the daughter. It's like, hey, get your shoes on. And they're like 5. It's like, what happened? You're gonna have to fight some girl. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to fight the dad. You have to fight the daughter. And the daughter goes, okay, I'm ready. And she fucking putting her shoes on. She's like, let's go. She's like,
I've seen that. that. It's funny.
There's other ones of little boys, and it's like the one I seen. Like I judge it a bit because you can tell like the rough fucking family. Yeah. And then the mum's saying to the son, like, I'm gonna go bash some mum. It's like, you don't have to fight the son. The son's like, oh. He's just like, he's got this massive mullet. He's like,
probably plays footy on the weekend and just doesn't play footy. He just punches on.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Luke, there's this segment, Would You Rather? I can't wait to play it every time I do it.
Yeah. Because
I just want to hear. I tell you what, there's a new segment. I started doing this last week. I'll do a couple of these ones. There's adult questions. There's a couple of adult questions. But they're all sex related. So, as I said in the last one, it gets a bit sus. Yeah, so, we'll just do a couple of them. All right. Would you rather send nudes to a stranger or send nudes to an ex?
Now,
let's say both when you're now that you're in a relationship and and we'll say if you weren't in a relationship. From both sides of the story.
Or if I'm not an ex.
An ex? And
if I am stranger.
Stranger. Okay.
Because at least I can't reach back. I could just block them.
I think I'd rather do the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, send these to an ex. I'd rather just send them to a stranger.
Well, it depends how you finish that relationship.
Yeah, true.
If you finished it and they were pissed, stranger.
Yeah, but an ex is an ex, either way. An ex is an ex.
An ex is an ex, but if they're batshit, like they can be, then no.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Change of subject.
Yeah.
I think this is getting to a dangerous position. Yeah. Would you rather have an arranged marriage or never be married? Because I know my answer for this one.
Never be.
Never be?
No, never be. But, I've got some funny things on this stance.
All right, good. Hey, this is why I like this segment.
There's a lady at my work, and how it all works, because this is their religion, and that's fine. They have resumes.
Whoa.
They put together a resume.
Mm-hmm.
and send it to people.
What?
And then they go, so this resume...
And this is like a tradition?
This is, how they arrange a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a resume, like, oh, here's my resume. So instead, this is like Tinder.
Yeah.
You got a resume. You don't talk to them until you give them the resume, right?
What?
And you agree, both parties agree. So you got this resume, can be 3 pages, and shit you not, she showed me her son's, and it was half a page of writing, spaced out,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly speaking about the parents.
Yeah.
And then the rest was 3 photos spread out.
Oh, so they do include photos too?
3 photos of him and the family.
Wow.
So, and they pass it around, and this is, advertisement for
What?
the Sun.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
Like a full-on resume. Like, that's crazy to me, and yourself. And, so, yeah, pass these resumes at 3 pages and half a page of writing.
Man,
How do you explain yourself in half a page includes the parents?
Bro, how could you explain yourself in 3 pages?
What do they do? Like,
how could you explain your goals, who you are, your interests, your hobbies, your family?
yeah.
How could you explain that in 100 pages?
Oh, I got 100 pages. I could do a fair bit, but
Yeah, but 100 pages, like, you're still not going to you're not going to know someone off 100 pages.
like you can watch this podcast and understand me.
Yeah, to an extent, but you never... Mitchell said it to me on our podcast. He says, in 100 years, you'll never truly know someone. In 100 years. And he said that's the beautiful thing about marriage, because you're always going to be learning more about your partner. You're never going to stop learning.
100 years.
Yeah, well, I think maybe he said 50, but I'm going to say 100. Because you can't, but you know what I mean? Like, you can't really know someone. You can only hear and interpret what you want to hear and interpret, and visually interpret. You won't really know what someone's...
There's like an intellectual level where you go, that's your internal processes and your thoughts. Like, that's the only phase that I'll sort of go, but I can, like my partner, I can tell what she's sort of thinking.
Of course.
I can't go, she starts here and finishes there. I know the finish.
Yeah.
But how she gets to there,
Yeah.
that's all in her head. Like,
Yeah, of course.
that's separate. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what you learn about someone over the years. That's what you learn.
So that's that 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But would you rather have an arranged marriage or not be married? And I don't want to, let's not pretend it, let's pretend it's
You can
not,
still have a
it's not
partner.
that resume thing. Let's pretend it's like you've left it up to your parents, and then you're in a tradition where you've left up to your parents, and then their parents they're left up to their parents.
Oh, if my parents do it, then yeah.
Okay.
Arranged.
Yeah.
Because my parents would pick something decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would have an arranged marriage in general. I've been thinking about that a bit over the last few years. I think I would do an arranged marriage.
Let's put together a resume.
It'd be like 8 words.
Do you even have a business one?
A resume?
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's got to be shorter than that.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a resume. I think I have a resume.
From year 12.
Like I think I might have updated one recently.
From Hungry Jacks.
Yeah. But yeah, I would get an arranged marriage. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I'm a believer in the fact that you kind of choose who you want to love. You know what I mean?
Oh, you can.
You choose who you want to love.
You can.
Yeah. And then you do, when it comes to marriage, you kind of choose whether you want to continue to love that person or not forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But an arranged marriage, you just commit 100%. And as long as you both have the right mindset, till death do us apart, you'll work it all out.
It just can't be random. That's why it's arranged.
Yeah. You'd have to find someone with your thinking, your level of thinking too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Marriage is a scary thing for me anyway.
It's like me teaching people at work. It's, you've either, switched on, it's to soak it all up, or some people just don't understand.
Yeah. Well, most people would rather never be married than have an arranged marriage. Most people.
Most people would have an arranged?
No, would rather never be married.
Yeah, they're sluzzers.
Yeah. Would you rather, we'll go. Would you rather have nobody touch you for the rest of your life, or be incredibly ticklish anytime anyone ever touched you?
Like, to what point? If you have a handshake, you start laughing.
Yeah, ticklish as fuck, yeah.
Fuck me dead. You start doing the 19 elbows.
Yeah. I'd rather.
Oh yeah, obviously
I'd rather be ticklish.
You'd
I
be
reckon-
ticklish.
I reckon you get used to it, eh? Being
Yeah.
ticklish.
Low key little fetish in the corner.
Yeah.
You want to shake hands?
Would you rather? Oh yeah, this is a good one. Would you rather swear every sentence, no matter what, no matter who you're talking to?
Ooh.
And I mean vulgar, like
Yeah,
cunt, fuck, slider, bad shit, right?
Nonsense.
And you'd have to say it to like grandparents, everything.
Yeah.
Or constantly have your hand on your dick all day.
Oh.
Like you just have it in your pants. Like you just have it all day, every day. You have to have your hand in your trousers.
That one's fucked. You would just swear.
I'd rather swear because you only have one hand then.
You just say I've got Tourette's or something.
Yeah, true. All right, we'll get away from the sex ones because there's a lot of sex ones, and to be honest, I don't really like it. So it's different as well because you're in a relationship. A lot of them are like single questions.
Yeah.
All right, would you rather have an extra 10 years of youth or have an extra 20 years of your wage?
A youth being what age?
Like, say you stay your age now for an extra 10 years, or you cop the next 20 years salary right now.
I do right now.
You stay your age?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I would 100% do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with getting old? Do you ever think about the future? Are you scared of it or anything like that?
I do not think that far ahead.
Okay.
So as before, like, you know, when the day's there, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm excited.
Yeah.
But before that, like if there's a drama show, like I'm not watching.
Nah, that's not true. You can't say that because you're a saver. I think the people that save obviously think about the future. You obviously
But
think about
that's
the
the only thing I'll think about. Money.
money. Okay.
The future with money. That's it.
Okay.
The rest does not like get stored in my head. I've got work, friends, dates, no songs, no locations, no road names. Like I remember how to go somewhere after driving. I'll drive there once with
Yeah.
maps, try it again without nothing.
Yeah.
If I get it right, set.
Wow.
Otherwise, I'll just correct one turn or whatever, and that's it. But I will not. I'll just turn. I'll like be driving after the next time, and I'll be like, oh, that looks about right. And then it works.
Bro, I'm the opposite
But
with that.
like the road name, couldn't tell you nothing.
Really?
No.
Well, I can remember road names. I can remember dates. I've got no idea.
Yeah.
I've got no fucking idea what I did at any age. I have
Yeah.
no idea. Directions, dude. I could drive to the same job every day for 6 months. I'll need GPS.
Oh, really?
I've got no idea. I couldn't get to South Windsor shops, bro. Seriously,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. I just don't know where I'm going. It doesn't make sense to me. I have no idea.
But you know, like you like song lyrics, songs.
whole song. I could listen to a song 3 times. I might know most words.
Yeah, I wouldn't
words.
fucking remember the chorus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember songs when I was in school.
Yeah.
New ones? Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'd say what I'm also good for. I can remember conversations really, really well. Like I can pretty much go word for word conversation.
Yeah.
When we recite it back. Because with my last relationship, I'd always win an argument because like I never said that. Oh yeah, and then I can recite the whole conversation back. It was so good. I loved it.
You know what I find interesting? There's some people who keep talking and think they win the argument.
Yeah.
They think if they keep swinging the conversation around to make their point again, they're going to win.
Yeah.
And some things, like, I won't say it, but some people that you speak to, they keep swinging and swinging and swinging back around. I've given the answer 9 times.
Yeah.
And they're just going, oh, yeah, but then this, and then I end up saying, like, for now it's this, but I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an employer once. Some people listening actually know exactly who I'm talking about. But when you talk with him and you have an argument, you knew you were right and he knew you were right, but he would do exactly what you were just saying. He'd just repeat his thing over and over again. And then you would just get so sick of it that you would let him win the argument.
Yeah.
You just say, yep, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. You can't be bothered. You just sort of like, I've already said this. I want to go.
Yeah. So you'd rather have an extra 10 years of youth than an extra 20 years of wage?
Yeah, like what's wage? Like when your peak money is?
Yeah, like you get your next 20 years of salary right now, or you stay your same age for another 10 years. I'd rather stay my age for another 10
He's
years.
still making another 10 years.
Yeah. True.
So that's all right.
Yeah, true.
I'll take that.
Would you rather have the rest of your life broadcasted on TV, like a reality show or like the Truman Show,
Right.
or have no one remember you from day to day?
Oh, you picked a live show.
Mm.
The live show. Oh, you'd live your life
If
properly,
you-
be a good role model, and be mad.
If you could have your
They
life
would
broadcasted, like the Truman Show, would you rather know or not know?
Not know.
Not know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like people who do, Instagram and stuff, they like massive impacts on like their well-being and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're always. That's why they're so, driven, because they're always getting judged in their head.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not interested in the fame? That's something that
No.
you're not interested in?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think I am driven with fame just because I know the opportunities that can come with fame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's weird because like I have a podcast and I obviously talk about myself a lot. So a lot of like everyone's learning more about me. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm the one guest that's on every single week.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like fame's not too important to me. But with fame, I'll meet more people.
Yeah, influence people, give them good direction, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Role model.
I think fame can be
It can
very
be
useful
positive,
tool.
yeah.
Very useful tool. Yeah.
Especially for young people looking up to you.
But fame on a term of flexing, no. I don't
There's
care to
different
show
types.
off shit.
There's different
Yeah.
types. You can have the famous people on the low end, but they just spend all their money and they just look like they're top shit. And then you got the top billionaires that just dress like average Joe.
Yeah. Speaking of billionaires, fuck, bro. Have you seen what happened to Jeff Bezos ever since that guy got divorced?
Yeah, well, I saw Joe Rogan. He's like ripped.
My gosh, bro. Oh my gosh.
Like he's on
That's
roids.
crazy. He's done like what every like early to late 20-year-old does when they get out of a relationship. Go to the gym, bro.
Yeah.
He's done that. He's looking good, bro. He's driving around in fucking supercars, going on
Is he
yacht
now?
parties. Yeah, bro. He's spending his money now.
So he's living in there.
And
There was like a news thing that's been floating around for ages. Where he's driving in his Camry or something. Going to work.
Yeah, he was.
So now he's actually spending. He has been on Super. I did see that where he's got his shirt off and whatever.
I met a guy who owned all of the Metro servos because I used to build all the Metro servos.
Yeah.
And the owner of that, there'd be 300 or so now, I think.
Yeah.
I think back then there was about 250 or something. But he drives a piece of shit, beaten up, like 2000 and maybe 2000, like Toyota Echo, bro.
Yeah.
And he owns like 200, and each single store is worth 10 million. You know, between 5 and
it's
10
like
million.
worth like 3.
Yeah.
At least with the land.
Yeah,
where they
with the
are
land,
too,
it's between
like,
5
in
and 10
areas.
million, bro. Each store. He probably average out about 7 million each store. He
Yeah,
has 300 of them. He's sitting on fucking hundreds of millions of dollars worth of
Especially the
estate.
zoning that they sit on. They pay just for the land because they can put another petrol station or whatever there.
Yeah.
Like it's licensed.
And I was just thinking to myself, and to be honest, the guy looked like he did not give a fuck about money. He looked like the labourer on site.
Yeah. Which, that's good too, but I think they at least need a car that can, if they hit someone, they're not going to die.
Yeah. Yeah,
Surely,
true.
like,
Safety
you
should
pick
be an
something
issue.
that's got safety in it.
Yeah.
Like, why you pick like a shit
Yeah.
Corolla that's, absolutely trashed.
Yeah.
It's going to hit something, and their black's not going to blow up, you will.
Yeah. You know what you're good for? You're good at saving, and you're also good at spending when you should spend on nice things as well. You've always had a nice car. You know what I mean? You always have a nice car to drive around in. A lot of people who are as good of saver as you are too tight with their money.
Yeah.
But you understand the balance well.
Yeah, well, I had an Amarok and it cost me 5.5 in one financial year in servicing.
Really?
So I said, bugger that. It's a nice car though, like you sit up nice and high. It's a really nice car, but it's got a problem with it. It's got squeaky wheels when braking.
Okay.
Because you got to either brake real hard, you want to get a headache all the time and all that sort of thing. Because I brake slow and then till stop.
Yeah.
So it's squeal the whole time.
And why? I wonder what part of the...
It's just a type of you got to brake
Right,
hard
right,
with
yeah,
those
so-
brake pads.
Oh, really?
It's a type that they've got. It's like,
Stupid.
like heavy.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's stupid.
And so I got rid of it, and just got a car from A to B.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it's called Seon.
That's a
It's just
nice car, but I like it.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it does a job.
I went and
Nothing
drove
wrong
one.
with it. 7 years warranty on it, and I didn't really care about the color. I said, "What color you got?" Oh, silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
don't really like silver.
yeah.
Would have rather like a white.
I went and drove one from here. Dealership up here.
Oh, you actually drove it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not too bad.
It was nice. It was nice.
Takes a little bit to get used to. That road assist is
Yeah,
a piece
yeah.
of work. You switch
Yeah.
it through time.
Yeah. Would you rather be in the real version of The Walking Dead or be in the real version of Jurassic Park? And Jurassic Park is like, you know, when the one where they all break out and they're all like, they're like in the streets and shit. Imagine that was on steroids. So there was dinosaurs everywhere, or there was zombies everywhere.
Oh, fucking. These big zombies.
Zombies.
They're not that fast.
The Walking Dead ones, no,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
at all.
I could
And,
outrun them.
do you think about
Push them over.
Yeah. Do you ever think about zombies, like if they were real? Because I think about it at least a couple times a year.
Oh, like I was watching it for a bit, and then I caught up to it, and I was like, I'm not. There's only shows that you're willing to watch week by week,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I like finished on like season 4 or 5.
Yeah.
There's like what 7 or 8.
Oh, I didn't finish Walking Dead. But I mean, like, do you think about zombies in real life, what you would do if it was real?
Yeah, there was only like 2 stages. One, I went to watch the fireworks when I was young, and it was like I looked. There was a street, right? Everyone's leaving now. There's a street that was like, I don't know, 300 meters long and like 15 meters wide, for example. Everyone was waddling, and the whole street was full. And I was like, if this is a zombie apocalypse, everyone's fucked.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's all like.
I think about it a lot, to be honest. I think about it. I've probably spent a good 50 hours of my life, 100 hours thinking about what I do if it was a zombie apocalypse. I know exactly
That's why you got
what
a
I'd do.
sword in your room.
Well, I've got swords everywhere in this room. But I reckon first thing I'd do if it was a zombie apocalypse, you go steal a bus. First thing you have to do is steal a bus, drive that bus to Bunnings, stock up on as much material and weapons as you can.
Yeah.
Then obviously hit a food chain.
What if there's zombies in Bunnings?
No, like as soon as you find out there's zombies. Like as
What if
soon
they're
as
in
you
the Bunnings?
There's not going to be zombies straight away in Bunnings. Why would
With
there
the
be zombies?
19 turning into zombies.
Well, then you guess you're fighting off the zombies in the Bunnings, alright? That's what you're doing.
Well,
You're fighting
you
off-
have some tools in Bunnings.
Yeah. You're fighting them
You
off.
could have some tomahawk axes. You could have all sorts of things.
Yeah. I'd be fighting them off in Bunnings. You load up the bus with as much material as you can.
Yeah.
And then obviously your weapons and things. You have to get some plumbing gear, electric, some cable.
What would be your? Say you're away from the axe aisle. You're in Bunnings. What weapon do you pick?
Oh, I could use any fucking weapon.
What would you pick?
So
You're like on the opposite end of all the tools, screws, and axes,
I'd use a pointed shovel. Pointed shovel, for sure.
and away from there.
Okay. I'd
You're
probably...
like near the barbecues and the chairs.
Oh, yeah.
What are you grabbing?
I'd probably
And the
rip.
planes.
If I was over there, I'd probably rip the lid off the barbecue and just use it as a shield to get to where I need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Probably
you
do that.
need to undo the bolts. What are you doing?
I'd snap that gun off, bro. Are you kidding me? I'm snapping that gun off. Or you pick up the Weber. You know the Weber lid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. That's all you
It fucking
need.
just throws a small.
It's literally all you need. Yeah. All you need is a fucking shield against
So
zombies.
when the second zombie comes, you fucked.
Nah, it's a zombie. The zombie just fucking push.
Well, I was gonna say, a real question would be: we're here right now.
Yeah.
Your mum or your dad comes in here and a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you kill him?
No.
You let them eat ya.
No, I go out the window. Go out the window.
You're that quick, are ya?
Bro.
Bro, that's
kidding
2
me?
steps away. You're dead.
Fuck off, bro.
are
If
you
a
gonna
zombie
push it
came through
down?
this door, I'm fucking overpowering that zombie. 100. If it was a Walking Dead zombie, yeah. World War Z
But your
zombie.
family.
Yeah, you just fucking.
Do you
My
kill
mum
him?
comes through the
Do you
room,
kill him or
and
do you let him run around?
Listen, I know my mum's listening to this podcast right now, right? If my mum coming through that fucking door as a zombie, that bitch's head's going through the fucking wall, right? 100%. You're a zombie, mum. It's a different story. You're a zombie.
Would you come back and put them out of their misery because they're zombies? Or would you let them roam the streets?
You'd let him go. Let him go.
Would you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let him go and hope you find a cure.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be a cure one day. There'll be a cure one day.
Yeah.
All zombie movies eventually would end with an antidote. All zombie movies, if they went for long enough.
I think where I got up to with that one was they're in a facility where they're pretending they got an antidote, but they don't.
Okay.
That's where I think I got up to.
Oh, yeah, anyway, let me keep going. Just in case anyone who's ever prepared for a zombie apocalypse, go to Bunnings, stock up, then drive to a food storage facility. Obviously, don't go to a store like Woolies. Yeah. Find a production store. Stock up on as much of the freaking fresh food and shit you can from there. And then, obviously, everyone knows, get your canned foods and your crackers and shit that will last. And then drive to a school. Lock the gates of a school. Nothing is safer than a fucking school.
Yeah.
There's high fences, you've got canteens, you've got computers, you've got power, you've got toilets, you've got bath, you've got everything you need.
I think schools with something pretty shocking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But they've all got high gates.
Would you go to Bunnings and get some seeds?
Seeds and grow shit. It's a great idea. Yeah.
I just think outside the box.
Yeah, I like it.
But I'd be like a bird. I might be like a bird. I forgot to get food. Here I am, fucking eating seeds. Who's a dumbass now?
Yeah. So you'd rather be in a life of zombies than a life of dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaurs.
But the thing is with dinosaurs,
yeah,
right?
like a velociraptor or something.
Yeah, but
depends what lives on your continent, though.
But the thing is with dinosaurs, humans would end up winning easily against dinosaurs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Us,
we'd be fucked. We'd be fucked. Like, we'd have to hide inside. But the military would fuck them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most likely. But if you're going off the movie, you fucking no chance. But in real life, probably.
I haven't seen the latest movie. Have you seen the latest one?
Like some scientists would make some sonar thing and they'd all go in the one spot and would just nuke it.
Yeah.
Be something like that.
Yeah. I seen a movie like that actually recently. It was called I've seen the one where like there's a giant gorilla, a giant
Godzilla?
dog. I don't think it was Godzilla. It was like another movie. It was like it might have been the same universe, but it was like a giant dog, a giant gorilla, and a giant crocodile.
Yes.
You seen that one?
I've seen that, yeah.
That was pretty cool. I liked that.
Yeah, they had some like random mutations of each animal.
Yeah.
It's like a big brawl.
Yeah, I liked that movie. That was cool. That's what they did. They used the sonar to kill them.
It was like I think there might have been like a bat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather spend life in prison or be executed?
Or depends on your age. Probably be executed.
Oh, what? You'd rather be executed than live in jail? It's still living. You're like, fuck that. We had my misery.
Yeah. Probably become one of those people that walks around the Bible.
Oh, in the jails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't last like 5 years.
Wow. Do you believe in the idea of execution? Because I don't believe in it at all. I don't think it's
how
right.
Bad it is.
I don't think it matters, bro. Execution, like fuck.
No, some people
what gives
that
anyone the
Jeffrey
right?
Dahmer, like 100%.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, everyone judges Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's like a demon inside a person.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer's bad because he thinks he has the right to take someone's life. What gives anyone else the right to take his? I never agree with execution. I just think, and even the most fucked up shit, all the pedos, all the most fucked up shit, put them in a box, bro. Let them fucking suffer.
Well, that's better.
Put them on an island.
That's better.
Just drop them off in the middle of a fucking island, bro. Like,
yeah, like Star or something.
Yeah, let them fucking fight for their own life. You can't kill someone. That's crazy.
That's worse, though.
What? Nah, fucking.
It's worse, but they deserve it. But
it's not worse because that's basic human life. That's what we were like before we had society.
Yeah, but you drop them off at a place that's got nothing. Just they bake and they starve.
They'll find fish, bro. Fuck, they'll be alright. There's always
them and chomp them.
I don't mean drop them off in a desert. An island.
Probably deserve it though.
Imagine we had a fucking island that we just dropped off all the most fucked up people, and it was like a reality show. Like imagine there was
you
like.
You know what they call
game.
that?
What?
Australia.
It's so true.
Back in the day, that was Australia.
That is
Here we
so
are.
true. But imagine that there was no guards. There was just like cameras and drones everywhere, right? And we filmed
like a reality show.
And you just
Bro,
drop
that'd be
off
Survivor,
all the
like
pedos, all the mass murderers.
that'd be like mad Survivor show.
That's
Get rid of all
crazy.
these games. This is real life.
That's a good idea. That's the future. That's what everyone should be
that would,
executed.
I could see that being a futuristic like R18.
And then imagine
sort of
that's
show.
what executed mean. Like you're executed, but that's the term you use for being sent to the island.
Wow.
Yeah. I think we just figured something out.
I think we just made a movie idea up, like, hey, that would be a mad movie.
It would, hey. And then someone's like wrongfully accused.
That's a hectic movie.
Someone's wrongfully accused of something.
It's like it would be similar to like the Hunger Games, but with a good storyline. Like it's different.
Yeah, that'd
That's
be sick.
cool.
Hunger Games is a great show. That's a
cool.
great movie.
But it could be like halfway like a reality show.
Yeah.
That'd be hectic.
It would be hectic, eh?
You gotta write it.
And then you could like just like you throw things in there every now and like your drone will come past and drop like a gun. You know what I mean? And someone has to
Care
someone
package.
finds it. Yeah. Yeah, care package. Yeah.
Nah, it would be more interesting to see him like, make like a bow and arrow or just like full on just go brutal. Like,
Yeah.
native.
Have you ever seen that
Don't
show?
give him nothing.
Have you
Don't
seen
give
that
him
show
nothing.
Naked and Afraid? Have you seen that show on TV?
Nah.
It was on I think I was watching it on Amazon Prime or something once.
Yeah.
I had that. And like literally these people just get dropped off and they have to survive like I think it was a month. Might have been 2 weeks. But
Oh yes,
they
yeah.
have nothing. They're
Yeah,
literally
I have
naked
heard of it. Yeah.
and they get one thing. Like they might get
One.
like a flint or they might get like
They either pick
an
one.
axe or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
And they have to survive and fuck it's cool, bro.
I have seen an episode where the guy's in Africa and there's lions stalking him and he's
Really?
he's made his like little thing and they're going around his little hut that he's made
Fuck.
and he's shitting himself.
Fuck.
But
That's
yeah, there's
crazy.
also a one called Alone.
Mhm.
Which I watch and they try to go for 90 days.
Wow.
They get 5 things.
Yeah. Wow.
For 90 days and they go like they like literally try and pack it on before they go there
Mhm.
and then they just lose it.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could survive 90 days alone?
No way.
You don't reckon?
Nah. Depends on the guy, but not really, no.
Do most people in the show struggle?
Some do, like they'll get out early, but otherwise they'll generally last like 2-3 weeks, and then some go
2-3 weeks out of 90 days.
and then some go like,
200.
I think the best is like 101 or something.
Oh, really? So they can go longer?
Oh yeah, some like they win like $500,000 if they go to the end.
Wow.
But the thing is, if they're the last person, but they don't beat that number of days,
Oh, I know the show you're talking
then
about.
they don't win nothing.
I know. It's a show where there's a bunch of people spread out.
Yeah.
And
it pans between each.
and they have to be the last survivor, but they don't know whether anyone else has dropped out or not.
Yeah, but they also have to finish the number of days to
Yeah.
actually make the money.
Yeah, but like, say how many people? Say there's like 10 people,
Yeah, 10 people.
and
I think
then
it's 10.
they have to be the last survivor, but there's no knowing whether you're the last survivor
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, so
That's
they just
a
keep
great
going.
idea.
They can get pulled if they get too skinny. Like they have like doctors come and go, yeah, no, you're out.
Okay.
Like cause some people just keep going.
Yeah.
Some but they're like, you're skinny as shit. Like you're out.
Yeah, you haven't found food in 4 days. Bro.
Yeah, like you haven't found food in 4 days. You're vomiting your guts up,
Mhm.
and you're not getting any better. Like,
Yeah. Wow.
you're off.
Makes you appreciate like how we became to where we are in society. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
struggles humans must have had before. Fuck me.
When I was at school, I was like wishing to trade rock for fish again, but now,
Yeah.
no, not really.
Yeah. I've always been a fucking fan of fucking being born in like the year 1000. That would have been a crazy time to be alive.
1,000. There would have been a few wars back then.
1000 was
Was it Roman or something? I don't know.
1000 was when the frozen seas started to melt. There was proper agriculture, and that was when people first started to you could first farm for the properly and shit like that.
No, I haven't looked that far back.
Yeah, that was the Viking era.
Was it?
Yeah, Viking era.
Jacob Boyle looked
Cool.
a bit like a Viking.
Fuck yeah, mate, ancestral.
Grow a bit of a braid into a mullet.
Yeah,
You'd be
ancestral, mate. All right, so you'd rather be executed than spend life in prison?
It's got to be something you decide when it happens. I think.
Crazy. I did not expect you to say that. That's crazy. I just think fucking fuck it. That's life. Go to jail. Fuck it.
If you lie,
Yeah, fuck
what are you
it.
going to do in there?
That's life. I don't know. Work
I'm
it
going to
out.
get ripped and show no one. What?
Yeah, true. You can't even have sex
You can
ever
only-
again, bro. Oh.
Mate, you would just be like trying to improve the other people in theirs lives
Yeah.
to sort of fulfill yourself. Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm.
And they probably like, fuck off.
You'd be trying your hardest to get conjugal visits, say, where you could like fucking like, you know, where they have the bed in some jails, like overseas. You'd be trying for the rest of your life to get that, eh?
Yeah, there's
The rest of your life.
stories where like the inmate gets in with like some like guard and you're like, "Ugh, how rare is that?"
I did say to a Spaniards podcast, he did an episode with a guy who was in the media lately because he was in jail and he started a relationship with a guard, a girl,
Yeah.
this hot bird that worked there. And he was like back and forth with this bird for a while and they started like becoming into a full-on relationship in the jail.
Mm.
And then he got out and then he moved into her house that night. She said, come straight away, live with me. And then it turns out that she was actually had a couple relationships going with a few other inmates across the jail. So the police ended up raiding the house and busting her and taking her to jail.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a crazy story. Crazy story.
How did she get in the jail for that? Though?
It's illegal. You can't have a relationship as a correctional officer with an inmate.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's against the rules. It'd be like a
But they're after. They're out of jail, aren't they?
yeah, but the relationship started when they were in. But she got in trouble for the relationships that she was already in with the people that were already in the jail still.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Luke, my final question, and it's something that I ask everyone that comes on, is what would you say as a piece of advice to someone who just feels a little bit depressed because they're feeling lost?
Just be around people, I guess. Don't isolate yourself, which is a big one. Don't isolate yourself, and you got to be around people, even if you're not talking. Like you got to be with someone who you're comfortable with. Yeah, really good friends. They don't really have to talk to each other because not always. If you haven't caught up for a while, you know, there's not always something to talk about. If you see them every day, but yeah, just being around people and not by yourself in a room. I guess that's all I would say.
Yeah.
Always speak out.
Yeah.
Which is a big movement now, which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is a big movement now,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
amazing. Which is amazing. Men's mental health is a very, very important thing in my opinion.
Yeah,
One of the-
like it's not.
It's something I think about every day.
It's changing all the time, so.
Yeah, and I haven't had that answer yet. So, like, just surround yourself with people.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, do not isolate yourself. That's
yeah,
a very,
like
very
when you get older,
important.
family's a big.
Mhm.
You know, family's a big thing too.
Yeah, it's funny how you don't really appreciate family until you get a bit older.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that is a very, very important piece of advice. Do not isolate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Lukey, thank you very much for coming over.
No problem. My
This will-
pleasure.
This will
Hopefully
be
people learn something. from
episode
me.
9.
Maybe.
I think they will. You're a motivating person, bro. You got your head screwed on. You're doing well. And I want to continue to see it in the future.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping